Hello and welcome to Joann Fabrics Christmas 2022. So here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to do it the exact same way I did the fall one. Since it's doorbuster deals, I just recorded it and I wanted to make sure I rushed and got it out to you guys because it's Black Friday week and I want everybody to be able to get the sales and get all these great deals. So they have a lot of deals, different prices for different things. It's not like other stores where all Christmas is a set percentage off or a set price. So some things are 50, some things were 60, some things were $34.99. It's like that's about almost half price for the stuff. Some things were just I think $14.99. So what I'm going to do is just mark everything 50% off because 50% off was the lowest price, was the lowest discount in the entire store. So if I do 50% off, because most of the stuff in here is 50 off, that's why I'm doing 50. If most was 60, I would have done 60, but since it's 50, when you go into the store, some of the things you'll get an even better treat. They'll be even cheaper because they might be 60 or it might be an even lower price based on the fixed price that they have for those items. And I will say that I also want to do it this way because some sections had multiple signs, like some of the garland, it said $34.99. I know it was supposed to be the lit bloom something garland, but then there was another sign that was like next to it and inside, like kind of tucked into the garland. It also said 50% off, and then another sign next to that said 60% off. So it's safest to do 50% off because nothing will be cheaper than 50. So it's best to go with the lowest price so that you get even better deal for things that are more expensive. And with that being said, let's get into it. Now, my store was ransacked. I have never seen Joann Fabrics so empty before, and not because they didn't get in shipment. It's because everybody was shopping this past weekend, and I said, you know what, if everybody is shopping now, let me film this now. I was able to film it now. It was no point in me waiting, and it was so, the shelves were so empty. But another thing is, it's very crowded in this store. Like this plaza where I was, it was so psycho crowded because everybody was either shopping for Thanksgiving or they were shopping for Christmas. So it's crazy busy. I had to make sure some of the angles are weird, or it looks like I'm jumping in cuts. Is when I wanted to make sure I didn't violate anybody's. I'm not violating anybody's privacy, but I wouldn't want to be in somebody's random video. If they're in the distance and I couldn't get it, then so be it. But I just wanted to make sure I had to keep my shots tight. There were a lot of kids around, so for the most part, that wasn't a problem. I was able to kind of angle it. And I just want to say my TJ Maxx tag is going to make an appearance several times. If you watched my Decorate With Me video, you know that I said I have this thing about taking tags off of things. That's my little quirk. I cannot take tags off. I hate them, and I realized when I couldn't understand why I hate it, it's because of commitment. Even if I'm keeping something or I've had these things and managed to have it, it might be an item I've had for years, and I managed to keep the tag on. I know I can't return it. I would still keep it. I feel like taking the tags off is final. You can't return it when the tags are off. But I know that's when I figure out why I don't like doing it. I can't do it. So my TJ Maxx tag, I just bought this coat too. So this tag is going to stay on until it falls off or I clean it. It's going to make an appearance in my wrist. I tucked it, but when I reached, sometimes it came untucked. So yeah, that's my TJ Maxx tag. All of the mini wreaths were in fact $14.99. So there wasn't any that were more than that. There weren't any that were cheaper than that. And the big wreaths, some of them looked like they were for fall. So I guess they kind of they didn't keep them, but some of them looked like they had more of a fall look to it, and then they would throw like something gold in there. But I really liked this star wreath. I thought it was really nice, and I like the greenery to it. In my Hobby Lobby Christmas video, I remember it was a gift box, and I went on and on and on about how ugly I thought it was. But then while I was explaining how you could use it, it hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually really cute. And then I saw it again when I was since Hobby Lobby, don't forget Hobby Lobby's Christmas stuff is 60 off. Go watch my Hobby Lobby Christmas video so you can get an idea of what you want to get. I saw it again and I said, oh, that's so cute. So now I'm kind of into the greenery, like it looks like grass wreath and stuff like that. I think it's actually cute when it's done very well. And this wreath is another one, in my opinion, it looks like it's something for fall, even though the pine cones are on there. With the pine cones, it can go for Christmas, so I think it can have a dual season purpose. But for me, overwhelmingly, that just looks like a fall wreath. And I feel like some of the wreaths, because No, I guess they had more wreaths than anything, but Joann Fabrics, I don't know about yours, but mine's, they getting a slew of wreaths. So it makes sense why, even though their shelves were kind of half empty, they had a lot of those left. And I don't know if you can hear him, but last time I thought you couldn't. If you hear any noise in the background, that's Oreo. He's playing and he's acting crazy. And he's playing with Timmy. So anyway, the garland they had, this is where I was trying to figure out if it was 50 off, 60 off, or if they were $34.99. I do know that if they are lit, they said lit and unlit with a specific title, but I saw the title, then there was another tag. So I do know, I'm almost positive all the ones that are lit are $34.99, and I think the original price on those that I saw were between $59.99 and $69.99. So I guess that would make sense why they did it that way. It seems like it's just pretty much 50% off. Since it's Thanksgiving week, that means Christmas season is officially here. Midnight on Friday and Black Friday, the deals are already going on. So what I'm going to start doing, what I want to try to do is get out 3 videos a week. 3 videos this week, next week. I want to have them done, all the decor shopping videos done by the first week of December. I don't know if I can do that. And I will say there were a few stores I couldn't get into. I really tried to get to them, but I couldn't. So there were some I had to cut, but I do have, including the ones I've already showed, I have like 8 or 9 left. So I'm going to try to pump out 3 videos a week. This week I want to do Joann Fabrics, as you're watching now, and then Ross and Lowe's. And I want to make sure I get Lowe's because the blow ups, did y'all see what this thing break? I was in the store and I was holding it and I said, how did this just break? And then I had no idea how to put it back up there, so I just sat it there and just pat it and tucked it in and let it go to bed. So if you do get that the arms are very cheap. I'm gonna just be real, they are very, very cheap. I was not expecting that to break. I was barely holding it. I was holding like I hold everything else. It snapped right off. I broke the dude's arm. But anyway, I want to do the video you're watching now, Joann Fabrics. I want to get Ross. Ross has very good stuff, and I want to get Lowe's. So those are the videos that I'm going to try to pump out this week. And then after I'm done posting the decor videos, how cute is this little squirrel, then I'm going to do some shop with me, Christmas shopping with me videos. I want to try to get Toys R Us and try to get handbag day and maybe shoe day, and in any other store or any other type of items you guys might want to see me shop. I can shop those to give you an idea. And I want to do stores where you can go in and purchase things and not online, because online, it seems to me, they run out, in my opinion, quicker than if you go in person. So I'm going to do some shop with me videos. I don't know, maybe I'll do a vlog? I don't know, with me doing some of the things around my city that we have, because I love doing those things, who knows. But anyway, they had a lot. Even though the shelves were empty, you can see the shelves are empty, they had some cute stuff in Joann Fabrics, and I understand why the shelves were so empty. I think even though there was a few things left to each item that was bought up. So we're seeing what they have. It's just that most of it's going. There was even men in there shopping. Not to say that men shouldn't shop for Christmas, but you know how some of them get scary with shopping. It was everybody, and I actually love it. It felt like straight up Thanksgiving. You can see the anticipation for Christmas season, and I love it. Even though it was crowded, and I didn't want to get in people's way, and then some people were watching. Oh, you filming? It's like, yeah. It was crazy filming all of this footage because I did this in Marshall's in the same day. But I really enjoy it, and I hope you guys are enjoying the fall season. It's finally just staying cold. I love it. If you don't like the cold, what's wrong with you? You're crazy. It's awesome. But I hope you all really are enjoying your time. And don't forget, since Black Friday is coming up, if this past weekend when I filmed this is any indication, it's going to be hard to find stuff, because I'm also, like I said in my last video, I'm noticing a shortage and shipment, and things are starting to slow down. This is the worst time, but go and get your stuff. There's even a shortage on turkeys. Poor turkeys. I felt bad for the turkeys, but there's even a shortage on turkeys for Thanksgiving. But honestly, the prices are higher, like way higher for turkey. So I think that's going to kind of level it out. Is less turkeys to sell, but less people buying them because they cost so much more. But anyway, we're going to enjoy this season. We're going to really enjoy it. I'm going to make sure you enjoy it, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
Now these are each. These are not sold 3 on a string. It's each, and that's why I pointed at them. And then I'm going to show gift boxes. The gift boxes are also each. It's not just the whole strand. I wanted to make that clear. All of the angels and the Santa, they are the ones who were $49.99, and other things, they were their own price, but I put those up. That's what the all 6 means. The 2 angels and all the Santas.
Soundstripe. 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 Soundstripe.
So I was actually in Joann's with my mom. She came with me. And when we came in there, I didn't realize how old Joann Fabrics was. So I was in there. She was like, "Oh, okay, well, where is it?" And I was like, "Oh, here it is." And here, she said, "Oh, I want to go to the fabrics." Like, she used to sew and all that. And I was like, "Oh yeah," I was trying to explain the store. She's like, "Oh, I know." And I was like, "How do you know? You've been here before?" She's like, "Yeah, I came in here to get the material to make the train on my wedding dress." And I looked at her like, "Wait, what?" My parents have been married for over 40 years. And I said, "Joann's has been around that long?" I didn't think it was like a new store, but I was just looking at her like, "Wait, she's like, "Oh yeah, they've been around." She said, "They were already around at that point." And then she started talking about it and where it was located. I said, "Oh, they completely changed. It used to seem like it was like really bougie." And not that it's not, I consider it kind of, like I said before, on the lower end of upscale or the higher end of affordable. So I was like, "Oh my gosh, they've been around for that long." And she looked at my face and I just started laughing. She's like, "Oh yeah, I got all my fabric here to add and made my train on my wedding dress. Yeah, and I got my dress from Macy's or Wanamaker." She's obsessed with John Wanamaker. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool that Joann's has been around that long. It's because when you look at stores like this, it's hard for them to survive. So the fact that they've been able to stick around all this long, head off to them. But Joann's is a good store. They're putting it. I noticed though, I'm almost positive some of the prices here are a little higher than they've been in the past, but everything is going up. I think it's only a few dollars, but again, as I said, when you go in Joann's, you're going to expect to spend a little bit more money than everyone else because they are a little higher. They have different, I feel like their stuff is different from everyone else's, except for their little like trinkets, when they got the little stems that you can buy and stuff like that, because I actually, and even some of like the little squirrels and stuff, the small ones, because I actually see the exact same ones in pretty much the exact same, I think the exact same brand in Walmart. I haven't seen it for Christmas yet, but during the fall, I saw a lot of repeats in Walmart for like half the price. So I guess they have the same distributor or something like that. But other than that, Joann's, I feel like, how do you feel? I feel like Joann's has their own style and they have their own theme. Like, I feel like they're definitely different from other stores, and that's pretty cool. Why you should have your own style, but it's okay if everybody is similar. But I do like that they're their own style. And I want to point out that this mat right here, it says Merry Christmas to all when you're coming in, but then when you're leaving it says and to all a good night. That is so cool, and I love that. A dual-sided mat. I was confused. I'm like, why is it upside down? It's like, it's not upside down, it goes for both sides. That is so cool.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
Now this line here, like, it's funny, when I first went in there, I was talking to my mom. She went off looking at the fabrics and all that, and she came over to me, and I was like, well, I'm not going to be long at all. You might as well not get comfortable. They have nothing in here because it was so empty when I was first coming in looking around. And just when I thought I was about to be done, I peeked up another aisle, and there was a whole aisle full of stuff. And then I looked on the other side of that aisle, and there was a whole aisle full of stuff. So the majority of the stuff was picked over, but then there were 2 aisles where they had a lot of stuff left. And I said, oh, never mind, I'm not leaving just yet. I probably got 20-30 more minutes left in here. Thankfully it was only like 20. So it seems to me what's going the most is the smaller things. It's the greenery, and it's like the foxes and the groundhogs and stuff like that. So if you go into your store, you might have a harder time finding that, but definitely get that first. If you see it, go and get it, because I regret it was a tablecloth I wanted. It was in Ross. It was the prettiest gold I have ever seen. Somebody finally got gold right. And I went and I saw it, and I said, okay, I wasn't in there to shop for Christmas just yet, and it was weeks ago. And I said, okay, I'm gonna come back and get it. I'm not gonna wait to get this, because you know how that is. You get it, and then you see it, you want it, and you wait too long, and it's gone. I said, I'm gonna come right back, and I'm gonna get this. So I came back not that long afterwards. Did you know that tablecloth was gone? Did you know? I don't think they're getting it. I went into 4 different Rosses, and I went into Burlington. First of all, I hate Burlington. I don't shop in Burlington. I do have a Burlington video for you guys though. I don't even shop in Ross. I do have a Ross video for you guys though. I go in Ross every now and then, more than other one, depending on location. But I'll explain that in those videos why I don't like shopping these 2 stores. But they have the tablecloth I want in every Christmas color but gold. And then I went to the other one, same thing, and the other one, same thing. It was the only gold one I saw, and it seems like they're not getting any more. I'm like, you had 1 tablecloth in gold? I wanted it so bad, and I'm like kicking myself. It was that, and it was a pair of glasses I had in Home Goods. I went to 3 different Home Goods. They didn't have them. Went to TJ Maxx's. They didn't have them, and I didn't even wait this time. I did not even wait. So you better go into Joann's and get this stuff, especially with the doorbusters, and it's being Black Friday weekend coming up. That's why I said what I said, because I didn't even wait and I still missed out. But the stuff here, they have a lot of, Joann has a lot of moose in here, a lot of moose themed things. Dare themed. You see, they had the candle holder. They even had the lighted moose head, and they had something else that was a moose head. It wasn't like a crazy amount of moose. I said moose again, reindeer, but they do have a lot of like legit on the nose reindeer themes. So if you're into like, it's not even earthy bougie. If you're like into that whole farm, not even farmer, like cabin type of things and hunting, which I do not agree with, but hunting and all that type of stuff, I do feel like you can find stuff you like at Joann's. Or if you like it but not necessarily want it to be so obvious and so on the nose, you definitely should check out Joann Fabrics.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
And shout out to the poster who told me about the Cardinals. You broke it down for me. I meant to pull up your comment before I did the voice work so I could read what you wrote. So the next video, the Ross video, I got you. I'm gonna probably post your comment before the video even starts and read it. Like, it was like, okay, that was interesting. So shout out to you and thank you for telling me about the cardinals and why they're the Christmas bird. That was awesome, and I appreciate the time you took out to do that.
Soundstripe.
I'm loving these fake logs that I'm seeing everywhere. Usually, I think the last year I saw a few. It wasn't usually in the past kind of a thing, I don't think, in any of the stores, but I really like them. And here, I'm pretty sure you guys probably saw it somewhere, but this is the first store where I've seen that it's lit. They have this one, you throw batteries in there and it has lights all around it, and even has a joy sign. The joy sign is a little in the way, in my opinion. It's a little weird. I thought it was something that just got looped onto it by mistake, but it's connected on there. That joy sign is supposed to be there. But I love the logs, and I was thinking of getting some and putting them under the tree, since I'm going for I don't even think a theme matters, but I'm kind of going for the silver and gold and all that, whatever. And I kind of wonder, like, how do you guys think that will look to have fake logs underneath the tree? I think that would be kind of cool, because I'm liking the way they look, and I can see it in my head, but then I feel like that's one of those things, if you see it in your head and it looks nice, it may look a mess in reality, but I don't think it will. I think that's kind of cool. How nice is this picture? I really like this one. Nothing special, just to the point. I guess that's what it is. I like trees, because even when I was talking to Michael, like, oh, I love this. It was a tree. I love trees. I'm a lover of trees. I like to sit in the park and literally just listen to the wind blowing trees. That's why I'm obsessed with fall, because you can really hear them leaves and everything with the wind blowing. So I thought that picture was really nice, and there wasn't as many signs in Joann's as I thought it would be, and it wasn't because everything was picked over, but it doesn't seem that they had a lot of signs in their Christmas collections for any of them. So that is something, Empress note. There weren't that many. There were a few, but not a lot. It was a lot of deer, though. It was a lot of deer of all different types. And here go more antlers. I think that was a candle holder. So that was like a huge focal point, it seems, for Joann's this year. The theme is with deer. But they did have some signs, but very, very few. I was surprised by that, because usually Joann's is all about the signs. If you buy these, I think you should buy a separate set of lights to go along with them, because my thing is, it's, first of all, the one that said joy, it's the green one. I wanted to show the different colors. It was not coming out. That's why I didn't even bother. But when I cut them on, they were kind of dim, so I know it's really bright lights in the store, but it seemed like they are really dim. I don't know if you can put more lights inside of there, but if you can, I would think it would be best to just get lights and add them to there. And the lighted word signs, I love the Noel one. That was my favorite one. If I didn't already have I'm almost positive I have a sign that says, tabletop sign that says Noel. It doesn't light up. I just wrap my lights around it. But I really like the word signs. I like that they lit up. It reminded me of like outside of a store, like a restaurant. You know how they got the lights? I really like these, and I think they're cute. If you're doing like maybe a cafe thing, how people do the coffee bar and stuff like that, you can actually kind of try to make that like a legit like coffee bar and use like a Christmas sign, like coffee inside, and put the Christmas sign and light it up. I think that would be cool, like a mini little bar, coffee bar. But they had window clings. It just was not that many in option. I'm actually looking for window clings right now, but I want the double-sided ones like I had for the fall. I want those. And I think I saw cardinals. Now, girl, I'm telling you, now every time I see a cardinal, I'm like, I know why you on this stuff for Christmas. It's like every time I see a cardinal now, it just stands out to me. But they have like ones with cardinals. I'm probably going to get that. But I will say the tree skirts, a lot of them didn't have that many tree skirts. So tree skirts are not a plenty in there either. But some of the few that they did have, a lot, I think half of them had a stocking that matched. So you can get the skirt and then get the matching stockings, because I know a lot of people put their trees next to their mantles, or they put their trees next to their fireplaces. So that would look nice to play off the stockings with the tree skirts. $29.99. Now it hit me when I was looking at this. It's pretty, but then I realized if you do that, it's kind of not really going to be seen, don't you think? Because you're going to have your wreath over it. So I think if you get a door hanger like that, then you should probably know ahead of time that whatever is centered like that bow, that's going to be the center of your wreath. That's cool. I like that. That's a good idea. But if you don't want anything centered, just keep in mind that when you buy door hangers like that, the wreath is open in the center. So whatever's on that door hanger is going to be the centerpiece for the wreath. And if you don't want one, that's why you should probably get a plain one, and even when you get the ones that have the little detail above the wreath, if you don't want that visible, then maybe you should get a plain one. Because I'm like, it is suck to have the cute little door hangers go to waste. But I think that's better if you don't mind the door hanger being a part of the wreath, because I think it's cute either way. But just something that I've thought about. I wouldn't want the bow to be covered, but if I didn't mind the bow being the center, I would absolutely get it. I thought this little thing to tell you when Christmas is, I thought it was like the other ones, and that you just stick it on there and it stays. It's actually pockets. You have to take the little Christmas tree and put it in the pocket. I felt so goofy afterwards. So you don't stick it up there. It's not Velcro or anything like that. You put it in the pocket.
Soundstripe.
I feel like this aisle was good for the earthy bougie folks. I told you they probably would have some in Joann's. It wasn't as much as I thought it would be though, because Joann's is good for that earthy, clean, grown woman, grown man aesthetic. But they didn't have as much as I thought. But this, in my opinion, is for the earthy bougie folks. So if you see this stuff, I think that's more for you. I think you can get anything that's in there. I do think the other aisle was for earthy, but that's more so homegrown, do it myself, kill my own animal and cut it up and make my own food aisle. And this one is just I respect the earth, I'm grown, blah blah blah, this aisle. So they have earthy bougie. It's just not as much as I would have liked. I'm really starting to like the earthy bougie aesthetic. So I was a little disappointed. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Couldn't tell you. I tried to figure it out. So that's that. And this tree is cool. You can fold it up and put it. You can either have it flat, or you can pull it out and have it all the stems sticking out in different ways. So I did that multiple times, so as you can see, it's very versatile, and I thought that was very cool.
Soundstripe. Soundstripe.
I actually thought this mirror was left over from the fall, because there was a black mirror in this very exact spot during the fall when I went in here, until I saw the acorns and the little greenery on the side. So that's actually why the price gets bumped up, because they slapped that on there. But in reality, you can go to Goodwill, find you a black mirror, go to Michael's, go to Dollar Tree, even go to Joann's, get whatever you want to put on the side of the mirror. You can do it yourself. So they actually has me visualizing if I ever wanted to do up the mirror. I actually do my mirror. What am I talking about? I have a huge mirror in my dining room that I always decorate. I always do the trim of it. But if you like that, but you don't want to pay that much, you can definitely go out and get you a way less expensive mirror and then buy the pieces and do it yourself. And I thought these little vases, the tree and the little dishes, oh my goodness, I thought those are so pretty. I didn't realize how pretty they were until I was editing it together. I said, well, when did I look at that? And then I saw the price. I said, well, I didn't know about that. If I had known, I would have gotten it. But honestly, I'm glad I didn't, because that would have just been something I would have gotten just to get it. And if you remember, I said this is going to be a Christmas where I either buy everything or buy nothing. I'm pretty much bought nothing. I'm so surprised that I think I've just bought some. No, that's for Valentine's. I actually already started my Valentine's since I was out this weekend. They're doing the Black Friday deals. I already started Valentine's, so I'm shocked. I shouldn't be, because I said it's gonna be either or, but I ended up really pretty much not getting anything. But the 'tis the season sign with the snow, that is so cool. I love that. But the only problem is it's going to be hanging up, so the snow is never going to move. But I guess when you walk past, you just tip it, just because it's sitting there. But I think that's really cool. Alright folks, that is all for Joann Fabrics 2022 Christmas. I wanted to rush that out to you so you can get those doorbuster deals. On Wednesday, hopefully, God willing, I will be putting out Ross. I'm going to try to start Ross right after I'm done doing this video. Well, I hope you saw what you like. I hope you like what you saw. Go out and grab it, because it might not be there come this Black Friday weekend. With that being said, I'm your hostess and Empress Nikki T. Thanks for visiting my empire. Deuces, darlings.